Star versus the Forces of Evil and Star Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension belong to daron, nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please go support Star versus the Force of Evil and go buy this book. Hello everybody, Raspberry Barrel here, and today we are reading the third chapter of the Star Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension. This chapter is called Map of the Dimensions. Star and Marco and Ponyhead's Map of the Dimensions, the Planes of Time. Father Time keeps time in motion by treadmilling on the wheel of progress, except when I freeze time and Father Time rolls around in the mud. The planes of time are inhabited by giant versions of pet store animals and lots of mud. You can become a grandma or a baby or a grandma baby if you're not careful hopscotching across the timepiece floaters on the Pocket Watch Rapids. The Memoratorium has displays of all the memories you've ever had, so it's a good idea to keep your memories clean. Now, from Marco. The planes of time are where I learned that using the nod technique doesn't get you the girl, and that watching yourself be lame on about 1,000 television screens can be confidence boosting in a weird opposite day kind of way. The Bounce Lounge, my favorite place to chill. It's where all the cool cats go and hang about. They have the best DJs and slammiest tunes. You can sit back and relax at a bunch of clouds or fall to your death on some sharp thingies, so stay away from the edge. There's also a photo booth where you can take pictures with your besties and second besties as a souvenir from a great night out. There is no such thing as second besties, says Marco from Ponyhead. Anyways, the Bounce Lounge is totes for reals, the best dimension in all the dimensions. It's too bad it's gone. The Amethyst Arcade. The Amethyst Arcade is a rest stop on the way to the Galactic Vortex. It's got every kind of video game, from single-player sleepers like cloud watching to high-stakes games like Win or Lose Everything, where you can actually lose everything, including all of your arm hair, says Marco. The arcade is ruled by the squares, who are all connected to one another and share one mind. Sounds kinda intense, but they are actually pretty chill. I like the Amethyst Arcade because nobody judges you there. You can be yourself. From Ponyhead. Like, even nerds are treated like people there, right, Marco? What's that supposed to mean, says Marco. It's also a great place to go and challenge your friends to a game of Lance Revolution, says Star, and submit them to a crushing defeat, says Marco. Try beating me when I'm not being chased by the fuzzy turd, says Ponyhead. Dimensions with cats with human faces. Just look at this picture. I mean, enough said, says Marco. The Sandwich Dimension. If you're dimension hopping and if you need a bite, don't go to the Sandwich Dimension unless you want to be the bite. I almost died there. Twice, says Marco. If you want to have the most delicious sandwich in the universe, isn't it worth risking your life? The answer is yes. The Sandwich Dimension is a treasure chest of some of the finest sandwiches ever, nestled inside the guts of deadly sandwich monsters. Pixtopia. Do you like pixies? Do you think they're tiny and adorable and sweet? Do you think that having a glittery wings can make you good? Well then, you don't know anything about pixies. Be careful with your interdimensional mirror service when the pixies are your service provider. They don't take earth money, only gold and jewels. And if you don't have any, they throw you into the shard mines to work off your bill, and there's no magic allowed in that gloomy, dark place. If the Pixie Empress asks you to marry her, say no, because if you say yes and then change your mind, she gets really mad and may try to kill you and all your friends. Oh, and she may want to eat you too, or maybe she wants to marry you and eat you. Earth. That's not Earth. That's my house, says Marco. Earth is the third planet from the sun in the Milky Way galaxy. It's also Marco's home. It's mostly water, so when astronauts take pictures of it from outer space, it looks like a big blue and green bouncy ball. There isn't really magic on Earth like there is in other dimensions. There are no monsters, but there are toilets, which are fun to flush things down. Where the water goes, nobody knows. It's one of Earth's greatest mysteries. Whenever Star and her dad, King Butterfly, put stuff in the toilet, it always overflows, and my socks get wet. So gross, says Marco. Quest Buy, the interdimensional clearinghouse for anything and everything magical that you could ever want. Also, they have great sales on things that murder. Quest Buy is so big that you can get lost in there if you're not careful. Actually, getting lost is the only option. If you're found, you're doing it wrong. Marco says, I almost died at Quest Buy twice. The first time I went to QB, I got electrocuted by a wand charger, and then Ludo's crew almost eviscerated me. The second time, Star got me a murderer's gift card, and I was forced by threat of death to buy a security wallet with it. I really liked the wallet until it was stolen by a shifty, joy-sucking birthday magician. I can't believe I just wrote that, or that those things actually happened to me. Another dimension that is now gone. Muni. I guess this one's kinda gone. It's part of Earth. Spoilers. Muni. My favorite and probably the best dimension anywhere. Hello? Bounce Lounge, says Ponyhead. Muni. Want to see a map of Muni? Turn on the back of the book. See it? You're welcome. Here will be a picture. Just a little map of Muni. Muni has everything. Waterfalls, caves, mountains, oceans, rivers, clouds, monsters, humans, ponyheads. No indoor plumbing, says Marco. It's also got a lot of boring stuff, too. At least for me. That's why I used to go and pick fights with monsters in the Forest of Certain Death when Ludo's castle was there. I used to put pig goat droppings on his doorstep, knock on the door, and run. Hilarious! In addition to Butterfly Castle, where my family lives, there are also other kingdoms in Muni. And then here's the map again. I guess let's just quickly, and I know this isn't maybe going to be the best picture because the map is attached to my book and I'm a little afraid to try to take it out. So okay, let's see. We have the Forest of Unlikely Spider Bites, Jaggedy Mountains, the Cloud Kingdom of the Ponyheads, that's above Butterfly Castle, Castle of Various, where, you know, that's where Ludo's family lived, and Crescenta the Eager started that monster of Royal Lion. And so, yep. Castle Various 2, Forest of Certain Death, Waterfolk Kingdom, Garbage Beach. We saw Garbage Beach in the Queen Napped episode. I know that's at least one time we saw it. Pigeon Lookout, Pigeon Kingdom, Forest of Probable Itchiness, Butterfly Kingdom, Hill of Flags, Johansson Kingdom, Cornfields, Muni River, Musty Mountain Caves, this is all of Muni, and the Underworld. Lake of Fire, Dock of Unending Torment, Mountain of Boom, Prickly Plains, and Lucitor Kingdom. And I guess this is a really nice map, but now that Muni is part of Earth, I don't know. And I really don't know how the whole Underworld thing works. Like, if the Underworld is part of Muni, is it part of, like, Earth? It's just, that's all really confusing. Okay, back to reading the book. Okay, our kingdom includes Butterfly Castle and the surrounding lands. It's bordered by the kingdom of the Johansons to the east and the kingdom of Pigeons to the west. The Butterfly Groundlands. The Underworld. Everything below the sewers of Butterfly Castle is referred to as the Underworld. It's ruled by the Lucitors. They basically take care of all the lava and lost souls, I think. Not totally sure. The butterflies and the Lucitors have a pretty good relationship. Even though the Lucitors have a reputation for being kind of aggro. I guess all that heat and moaning can get to you. My ex-boyfriend Tom is a Lucitor. He is heir to the throne. In fact, one day he'll be king of the underworld. Maybe he still will be. I don't know. The Cloud Kingdom of Ponyheads. Everything between the tippy top of the Butterfly Castle and the very edge of outer space is the Ponyhead Kingdom. You might be thinking, who'd want to just be in the clouds? But the Ponyheads have made it work for them. Ah, yeah, we did, and we have indoor plumbing, says Ponyhead. For a race of bodiless, don't ask, flying pony heads, the clouds are a perfect place. Sometimes even King Ponyhead and my dad are arguing. It mysteriously rains until my dad finally lets KPH have his way. So you could say there's a lot of power in the clouds. And okay, everybody, we're going to have to push pause here. This is a very long chapter, and so we're having to chop it in two. I hope you all enjoyed part 1, and part 2 will have more all about Muni and all the other dimensions. Thanks for listening. Star vs. the Forces of Evil belongs to Daron, nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please go support Star vs. the Forces of Evil and go buy this book. Bye!